Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nealay Patel, the owner, designer, and educator of SilverSilk and more, and I have got a fabulous, just a beloved guest with me today, Miss Kay from Beadora, Beadorea,
Yeah.
Beadorea. Okay, it was a magical name, and I completely screwed it up, so I'm sorry.
No worries. It's magical in that it's a new word in the world. I feel like if Beyonce can make like bootylicious, maybe we can make like Beadoria.
I love it. It's so original. It's unique. It's got a really cool flair to it. It's very high end, mind you, as I can kind of point to my camera. I love the labeling and packaging that you have. So I'm obsessed over it.
I'm so glad you can check it out in hand.
Yes, definitely. So we are approaching Valentine's Day. Today is officially Galentine's. And so we're gonna do that. And then tomorrow is Valentine's, and I'm just delighted that you want to spend some time with me and get to create some stuff with your beautiful beads, components, chains, and then mix it all with Silver Silk together today. And we've never really hung out before, so this is kind of fun, just in a pure selfish, like friends hanging out kind of a way.
Well, I was thinking that I knew Silver Silk before I knew you. Um,
Mhm.
so I've actually carried it in my store, and so it was really nice to kind of see your take on it and how you've really brought it to the industry in a new way. And I really have loved seeing your design expertise, your eye. All the ladies certainly love you. I was thinking maybe I was going to get the cowboy hat or something today.
You know what? I got it sort of packed away in another room, but a lot of folks want to see it. I think I just have to be so candid and random with it. Surprise y'all whenever it does come out.
Well, I feel lucky enough for spending a little bit of a Valentine's Day on Monday with me. I hope it's a nice little treat, a little bead therapy after work, right? You're getting things
It
there.
is. I almost had a glass of champagne, but I didn't get to grab it in time, so I think I'll be drinking that after this.
I think there'll be time. I can make sure there's a long enough break. You can run and get some
See,
out
there we
there.
go. Yeah, we pen down to your camera. I'll run to the fridge, do my thing, and then I'll be back with a drink and, an intermission. So
Well, at least everybody out there, it's 5 o'clock where Nealay is at least. So,
it's happy hour
it's
somewhere.
happy hour now. Happy hour now. That's
Uh,
because normally I go on a little bit earlier. So,
that's true. It's so true. Well, guys, for those of you that are new to Silver Silk and more and our channels and to Kay's channels as well, please be sure to give us a giant thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Please subscribe to our channels, respectively, and all of those different hearts, thumbs up, and whatnot makes YouTube think our videos are important, and they'll just bring it to the feeds of everybody's YouTubes out there, and more people can know about us. So make sure you guys do those things. And so, okay, what are we doing today? We kind of exchanged some products, but ultimately we kind of just were going to do a random play day of sorts. And then I think you kind of had a project for us as well, using the chain and pearls.
I don't know. It can be really a little bit of everything. I really, that's the kind of designer I am. I'm a kind of a design on the fly, and I thought you were too. And so I thought it would be kind of a nice collaboration since, like you said, we haven't gotten a chance to, really get a connection in terms of that way, other than in the TGBE. That's always a nice reason to get together, and I kind of want to make more reasons for that. And so what better way than when bringing out a really fun kit and kind of thinking in some really fun colors. And I think that you have a love of colors as much as I do. And so I really love the pack that you sent of all the silver stuff. I don't know if you can see that here.
Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about the kit and let's talk about what's on your bead board there. So we want to know
Well,
all about the
I,
bead stuff
well,
too.
I thought, why don't you open the kit actually? Because mine is all in pieces. So if you want to show off some of the pieces that you have in yours, you can
Oh.
open it up. I love actually seeing
Oh girl,
how
I
different
gagged
people
everything
put
out.
their. Did you take? Well, I kind of did too. And so, okay, so I did a debut last Monday of all the parts and components. And so I had chain in
Oh.
there, some enamel chain. Let's actually take a look. I had done a bracelet that you can learn how to kind of put chain right in. And so we did a chain and pearl, I think is what you're thinking, Nealay. Today is a fun day,
Yes. Oh my
a
gosh, I
fun play day.
love that.
And so this one is kind of where chain already with the crystal hearts in there and real freshwater pearls and then a nice fat little heart with some of my favorite beads. I don't know, you can see those in your strand of all the different colors of the mermaid, what I call mermaid beads. They glow
Yeah,
so pretty.
super glowy. I love that they're colorful, and I think this is the one thing that I associate with you and your personality is like this is completely what I expected bead wise to come from your brand.
Oh, absolutely. And I love that you always nail it just right. We have this beautiful enamel chain too. We had two styles of chain just because I am a chain lover. And so whenever I come across some, I definitely love sharing it with
Oh.
you guys. And I found that a lot of these things were just kind of falling right in line with the kind of the holiday spirit here with the hearts and stuff. And so there's a lot of fun components, which that's another thing I really think is what makes jewelry fun is all of the parts and components and then how they're all put together. So from beads to chain, there's an awesome abalone star pendant in there with the little crystal. Oh, did
Oh.
you see anyway,
Yes.
there's these gold roses in there. So those are some good
Yes.
accent pieces for you. And then in the, well, see, I use a lot of the pearls in my bracelet. So I kind of did a third bracelet. So we did a section of crystal, we did a section of the mermaid beads, we did a section of the pearl. Because oftentimes I feel like bracelets, you don't have a lot of time
Yeah.
to like, create a pattern, I guess, so to speak. And so I'm kind of doing thirds in blocks or whatever you might want to call it is a way to create it too.
I'm obsessed over these chains, by the way. Like, look at how sparkly and I mean, that's just so cool. I cannot believe that this chain actually exists. I'm gonna use it in something today, that's for sure. Love
Well,
all these colors.
and I feel like that's such an easy way to add length and add a little, well, in this case, color. Oftentimes it's all metal, but you get that too, so you can have the all metal chain in there too.
Oh yeah, yeah, this thing here. So I'm just now actually getting around to opening this up actually. So this is perfect. Yes. You get there's so are you a gold lover like I am?
Well, a lot of the components when I'm manufacturing and starting out is comes in gold. I don't know if you deal with that. When I was dealing with buttons in the Czech Republic, like all the
Mhm.
accents were in gold, and you had to like specially order things in silver. And so a lot of times I start out in gold to kind of see,
Wow.
how I like the styles and then maybe get it in silver if people really like it.
No, that's excellent to know actually.
Well, it
By
is a
in
little
hand.
understanding of production, and how that
Yeah.
gets decided sometimes.
That's true. That's a really good point too.
But
What are these
you
little guys?
you you make your own, don't you? Right here
I
in
do,
USA.
yeah. So the findings for myself start out as a brass core, essentially. So it's just like raw brass, and then it gets plated with high quality plating into different colors. So you know what's funny is the silver and the gold, whoops, findings I can't keep in stock like for long. Those things get eaten up pretty quick. Um, the
What do you
dark
find
rhodium,
goes faster, gold or silver?
ooh, silver probably goes the fastest.
Right. Right. I think so
Yeah.
too.
Yep. That's okay though. I mean, I like silver and there's a time and place for it, for sure. And I think, I'm gonna use some in today's piece because I love mixing my metals. Um, but I'm a gold lover. And so whenever you sent all this stuff over, I was like, she knows me.
Well, like I said, things work out the way I think they should. I'm a total believer in the universe has its ways.
See, if I remove this camera, can I still hear you?
I don't know. Can you still hear me?
You can,
Can,
yes, I can still hear you. What
can
I
you hear me
wanted to
now?
do what I wanted to do was remove myself off the camera here and just have it to where our two things are dueling. So I'm gonna see a thing real quick
Yeah, well, I
as
was
we're
thinking
working
we
on
needed
this.
to start like a bead off, right? Like, do they do that? Kind of like the Iron Chef. You get like a certain set of ingredients.
Oh, that's right, yes. Now the question begs, you
Oh, I think
like,
we've lost them. Hello, and then we cannot hear you when that happens.
gotcha. So what I think I need to do is system default. You keep beating away because what I'm gonna do is figure this out real quick. Although I don't know if it'll, let's see.
Well, I was thinking about making these earrings because I was liking these heart
Try to keep it.
heart hoops. Was what I was playing with, and doing those briolet wraps on those crystals can be challenging sometimes. But when you kind of do this messy wrap, it doesn't really matter. As long as you got your loop up top, although I want this to be sitting there when we get that wrap going. So let's secure it before we get that messy wrap going. Until Nealay gets back. Wrap until he gets back. Wrap until he gets back.
Just wrap until I get back. I don't know if I
There,
can
there,
solo
there
out one of
it
my
is. There it is.
outfits. But what I'm gonna do is just pan between our cameras and we'll just make that work. I love all the mess that's on your table. Melanie is asking if there's a kit for this, for what you have.
Well, there is a kit for mine. I think that Joan is on top of things and probably will post that for you guys and
Perfect.
and keep it easy. Let's see. I
Oh
was
my
doing.
gosh, I don't even know. There's so many options of what I could make. Everything's
I
so beautiful.
I know, and that's part of the process too. Just petting the what I call
Petting the
petting
materials.
bead. Mm-hmm.
I
That's part
love
of the
that.
job too. The name of the kit is called the bead candy. Cause right, does it look like candy?
Oh
I
my
was
gosh,
thinking of like
that's
kind of
an
those candy
understatement.
necklaces.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely reminds me of candy in the best way.
All right.
While you were talking, I did sneak off and get myself a nice glass of champagne to
Yeah.
celebrate Galentine's.
Yes. Cheers. I knew you were gone a little bit longer than no. I'm just Okay,
uh,
cheers to that. I mean, that's why I wanted you after you were done with work.
But yes, because I can finally cut back and or get a little loose and have some fun with this. It's been a long day though. Like this week, it's already off to a really strong start, which is good. But I also enjoy my free time and with beading with my friends. And I don't think Galentine's could be complete without some sort of a bubbly something or another.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
I
what I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna make a long necklace here and combine the gold and silver together. And what I'm thinking is that I can kind of use this to knot both cords together,
ooh,
maybe like that. If it's gonna hold, I'll have to do some work on that.
a
And then I
chunky.
can dangle things off of either of those. I think that's what's calling to me today. So I'm gonna put some colorful beads on that chain, maybe make a pair of earrings. I don't know. It's like a world of possibilities.
Well, that's what I like in this kit. There are a lot of times they're bead builders kits, and then you'll see that there was well, there was until we kind of just threw everything on the table. Um,
That happens. So it's not a bad
wh-
thing.
well, sometimes you get teaching classes in person, you get like the people who keep everything in the bag until like they know all the instruction, and then you get the
Hmm.
people who just like dump everything out, and it's one big like mosh pit, and then you get you know uh the people who have it all cut up, but they know exactly what they have there.
I just got too excited by what you sent me, and
I,
I was
I
just like,
love it.
I don't like secrets. I'm just gonna open everything up and play with what's on my table here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna try and combine a lot of things and see if it works harmoniously because this pendant is everything to me.
I
I
love
just
that.
think that that is so cute and beautiful, and I must put it on my necklace somewhere.
Yes,
So,
you can join our rock star club here, right there.
yeah,
That's
the
your
rock star
that's
club.
your
I love it.
yep, your stars like badge of honor right there. Thanks
That's
thanks
it.
for
Okay.
thanks for beating with me.
Yes, it's long overdue for sure.
Yeah. Well, so you've been traveling and busy.
Yep,
How
I
are
went
you?
to.
You didn't
Oh,
get the Tucson cold, did you, when you got back?
no, no, but what's funny and sad for me actually is that my in my day job we had like the holiday parties and stuff that kind of come up toward the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I got sick from that already. So I think what happened was that my immune system was already at a heightened state because I just recovered from that. And
Yeah.
so whenever I went to Tucson, I was in really great health, only because I was sick before. So whenever I was there, I hugged everybody and still managed to not, you know, get sick or anything like that, which was good. I'm
Yeah.
wondering, I kind of want to take this veil off because I want to attach just the star. Is that going to be like, don't kill me for it?
No, if you can think it, you can do it. I mean, it needs to, serve you.
I'm
That's what
saying
I've
there's,
been for the new year, kind of like
yeah. So wait, so was there reported people getting sick from Tucson? Like I didn't hear about that.
that's like a norm.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know
Well,
that.
you figure the whole world lands there, like the beads are from
Yeah.
everywhere. And oftentimes just people catch the like Tucson crud, whether it comes from like the hotels or the beads, because, like Tucson already is pretty dusty.
Yes. A little rustic for sure. And I would say the hotel experience was Also very quite rustic, indeed.
I mean, I mean, I'm really sad that I missed it because I mean, there's some great stories. I mean, Tucson, it's not weird to see, you know, I mean, literally beads are coming out of everywhere. I mean, out of every hotel room, out of every tent, out of, I mean, like hotel rooms. Like when we first started going to Tucson, we, mind you, probably like, you know, for like 20 years. And but we would have to stay literally we stayed with our bead. So we had like a suite. So we had like, you know, the living room area and then like the bedroom. And then you would have to literally move all the furniture, and some people would put it like all in the bathroom. And
Wow.
and then rearrange. I mean, we use like the back of the couches, you know, and try to use them as tables and use them as part of our setup. But like setting them up and then sleeping in the next room with all the restock of our
Oh
beads
God.
and our clothes. But you know, there are some places where I mean, beads were on the beds, and I don't know if you did. You go to the roadway?
No,
Where did
you
you go?
know, I kind of stuck to and it was my first time out, right? So I kind of made a list of where I wanted to go.
Oh, your
I would
first
say there
time
were,
ever? Oh my gosh, that's
yeah, I've never been to Tucson prior to that, so I didn't really know what to expect.
a great time. A great time.
hmm I will
Oh,
definitely be going back next year. And
I mean, it's wild. Did you buy a lot of stuff?
yeah, I mean, I brought a little bit of cash with me, but I was not prepared for how much I wanted to spend for all the things. And then I had like buyer's remorse later because I was like, oh, I could have gotten that at a better deal and blah blah blah. But you know, I needed to learn, I needed to grow from this experience, and it was truly magical. And I just had a really good time. I think I made so many great memories, and I kind of wanted to continue on with the fun and build off of that. Now that I know kind of who to shop from and stuff too, it has made a difference, you know,
You'll
trying
never
to.
know who to completely shop from. They'll
No,
all be
that's true.
always always new people. I mean,
Mhm.
it's like the bead mecca. I always think everybody definitely needs to do it once in their lifetime. You know,
So
we've
truly.
been vendors there as
Buyers and
as well as buyers, and it's like a shop till you drop and working crazy.
yes. Yeah, and I think that's what I wanted to sort of balance out with the trip too, is that I wanted to not work per se. I wanted to shop and I wanted to be left confused and I don't know, just like,
Da-
you know,
Dazed and confused. That's, I mean, nothing wrong with that.
yeah, exactly. It was a lot of that. And then yeah, I don't know. It was everything. And but overall a good experience is what I had. I would say probably I don't know if I'd stay at the same hotel because that was rough. But
Was it the
I would
distance you had to stay, or just the hotel itself? I mean, they're all a little rough, unfortunately.
it's like they've been there since time began. Um
You could, yeah. I've been to a lot of different places, and I feel
but
like nothing happens there until like the bead show happens there every year.
right, exactly. And that's the end of it. But you know what? I might try the Airbnb experience and see how that goes.
Oh, definitely. If you can share a room,
hmm
that's the way to go.
Yeah, and I think I learned that this time around. I will say having the accessibility to just like amenities and stuff was nice, but I think I could probably, now that I got the layout of the landscape,
Yeah.
it'll be a lot easier to understand what's happening and where I'm going.
Well, sure. Every year, you know, um,
hmm
you'll figure what you like to see. And you know what? I've been going that many times, and I know I haven't been. to every place.
How long have you been going, out of curiosity?
Probably like at least probably 20 years.
Oh, no way. Wait a minute. You're just like a child, though. Like, how is that even possible?
Hold up, wait a minute.
I know you have a child, but you're also a child. Either that or I
Just
need to know what your skincare routine is.
beading, a lot of beading.
A lot of beading. That'll keep you young.
Laughter, I think, is the best medicine.
Yeah,
Keeping
that's
the
truly
keeping the brain going.
keeping the brain going, good laughter, good beads, good vibes, all the necessary therapy in life that we all need.
Well, absolutely. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this purple and teal. Those are my favorite colors, and that's what you sent me.
Oh, yay! I'll flash over to your camera and see what you're working on.
Oh, I'm just messing
Ooh.
around. I did this one earring, and for those I have long hair, and so I like long dangles. And so I think I'm gonna probably add
Oh,
some more to
that's
this, but that's what I got.
beautiful. I love that. And
Working
yeah,
on,
I like long dangly earrings as well.
right. You can really show them off.
Hmm. They're a
This is
statement piece.
actually a good one if you, I don't know, there's some people who just wear one earring.
Hmm.
Um, I had this one woman, and that's she would just wear one earring. That was her thing.
I mean, asymmetry, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and she had short hair.
Oh,
And
yeah. So then the long earring would be such a compliment to her style, I feel like. Maybe that's just me trying to sell long earrings to people.
so shoulder dusters, I like them.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, gotta have those shoulder dusters.
And then I'm making this loop. I was thinking about maybe putting this rose on the bottom of that.
I love that. There's something nice about the simplicity, but the silver silk adds a lot of texture.
Yes,
Sorry,
maybe.
I took a drink,
Uh,
but and I paused. It adds a lot of texture to the design without having to try too hard.
I really like this purple. I think I want to do just a straight necklace of it because
I'm glad you're using the purple because I feel like it's a color that I've been a little afraid to use purple and pink,
what?
which clearly you're not.
What? Oh
I
my
know.
goodness.
I'm not a very colorful person. I like nature, greens, browns, that sort of stuff. Um, but I think I gotta be in the mood and like, if we're doing bead candy today, I mean, you're really bringing it. You're bringing up the A game here.
Well, I know you have a lot of colors of silver silk. So,
Hmm.
I wanted to use some of that, especially that purple, because purple and teal are my favorite colors, and so
Yeah, I
I
love that.
I am loving it. In fact, you know what I was doing a little bit earlier. I love this hollow
Oh yeah,
tubing.
yeah. That one's the a pipe chain is what I called it. That is so cool. Oh my God. That
So I
would
was
make an
messing.
awesome anything, like brooch, pendant,
Yeah, I was
heart. That
thinking.
is kick ass. I love that.
So I I'm thinking I should have used I like these little ends that you have. Um, I think maybe
Oh
I should
yeah,
have
the
used
pipe chain
those.
end caps. I forgot I tucked those into your pouch. But yeah, they
I,
just kind of help to cover up the ends that are raw, because sometimes there's like little bits of wire sticking out or whatever.
yeah.
And yeah, there's just a nice way to clean, give those ends a nice clean finish.
Well, I'm thinking maybe if you did a necklace like this too.
Yes.
Where's
Oh,
oh
that's cool.
oh I used my chain. I used my chain and my bracelet. I love the chain, or making the chain out of the beads.
There's a
But
number of possibilities.
I know, I do you have this pipe chain in lots of different colors?
Yeah, I did an official count. Now I don't remember what that was, of course, but I think there are 11 or 12 colors. And I just added one called Onyx because I needed something that was deeper and darker than the hematite that I have. So I'm kind of like adding on to the family as I can kind of think of colors that make sense. But
Yeah,
yeah, they're probably the brightest in the SilverSilk palette, and kind of just work nicely together.
I'm so glad you
It
gave it to me to play with.
Yes, definitely. I want you to use it and create those happy designs that are colorful and so, so sweet.
Yes, and get you out of your greens. But look, I made you a green heart.
I love that. I think it was beautiful and very creative because I don't think I've even formed a whole lot of stuff freeform with wire yet. In fact, it's an area that I needed to dabble in, just haven't yet.
Yeah, well, I'm the wire girl. I like the 18 gauge, since I was messing around and that was on the table. And this is like a teal color.
Yeah, yeah. I call it, in fact, I call it green turquoise, which is sort of, it's got a more green tint to it than the blue of the turquoise, but turquoise to me is like a teal-esque color, and just kind of was a fitting name for the pipe chain collections. I named them all after gemstones, just to kind of make it a little different from the capture chains.
Well, I can see the green crocheted wire on top of
Hmm.
there.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah,
You know.
so it's got that knitting technology on it, and it's a silicone tubing, and so I was a little bit afraid to release it just because I didn't know if there would be associated allergies or something with rubber. It's not latex, but you just never know. And
Well, you
so,
know what? You're never gonna be 100% on everybody. You just have to let people know what they are. Because what
yeah,
I was thinking, Nealay, is that like you need this rubber in all the colors, just rubber, hollow rubber. I love that.
yeah, yeah, and I was able to find that through a jewelry vendor, in fact, and so it was kind of nice to know that it was already available in big box stores, and folks seem to have a fun time crafting with it. Or it is one of those things that you just don't really know what to do with it because I've done it with memory wire, with craft wire, and some other things. And so, as you just did there with the heart, but yeah, it was
Well,
kind of a fun exploration.
well, I guess since I like wire so much and it being hollow, that really
Hmm.
is a little bit more different. Like I'm a little bit more familiar with is this a capture chain still,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
um and so I certainly love all of these colors, which I hadn't seen before, but I really like that this is hollow. It fits over my wire. I like those little ends. I need like a bunch of those.
Yeah, it worked well with Softflex wire too, in fact, because beading wire could go right through it.
Yes, yes. Well,
And that opened up a world of possibilities.
that's what I like about the captor. It's so flexible. Like that's why I want to just make this as a simple base so that I can put. I've been making different pendants to slide on. That'll be perfect,
Yes. That's sometimes all it takes too. You have to get too
right?
crazy.
I get so excited, like, oh yes, that'll work.
I posted a video of a bracelet that it's not a new invention or anything that I did, but it was a type of video that needed to be recorded that I needed to do, which was a knot bracelet. that's been around since SilverSilk was first invented. And so I re-recorded the video and made it nice and clean, and folks are just kind of eating that up though, because it's such an easy bracelet to make, and such quick satisfaction for a really cool design. And so, simplicity is not something to be ashamed or turned down on. It's up to what you want to wear, how you want to wear it, what fits in your wardrobe and your personal styling. So
I
even
think
today's design that I'm making, it might be a little over the top for some folks and a little understated for some.
no, I am never shy of the simplicity and the really kind of the basics. I mean, a lot of it is just like that connection the connections that you make and how you put all the materials together and all the things that catch your eye, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it truly is. The materials is a great word for it, because you can have some really eye-catching materials that don't require a whole lot of fluff, or technique or stuff to kind of drown it out, and then you can't really see what it is.
Well, it's kind of like cooking. They say, a lot of the, best recipes are like three ingredients, and that's it.
Yes. And then made with love.
Yes, that's right. Oh, I had to make a purple base necklace. I had made this ring, and I was talking about being able to put a ring right onto a necklace base made this purple.
Oh. Oh, I love that ring.
Yeah, I was messing around, and
So Vicky
and
is
they all
asking,
fall together.
if you can hold up your design for a second or two to the camera, just so they can kind of see what you're working on.
Is that my heart? Maybe this heart.
The heart and the purple design too, just because I'm curious, and the ring because I didn't get a full view of the beautiful ring that you made. Oh, that is so pretty, and that's just made out of is it 22 gauge wire?
I used what did I use? I used 18 gauge and a 24 gauge wire is what I used
Oh
in this
wow,
one.
okay,
But it
gotcha.
happened to be purple and sitting right here, so I wanted to try it on.
That's
Well, and I
beautiful.
and I, I've been working, I guess, in a lot of copper here. This clear one. I like this clear. Where's where's
I'm
it going?
gonna pan over to what I'm working on real quick. I'm obsessed with these mermaid beads.
I
Like, I
I
just
want to.
kind of made it just like a cha-cha necklace with some mermaid beads hanging off of some head pins that I've got, and ending in with my gold star there at the bottom. I want to
Ooh.
attach this chain somehow. I don't know how just yet and why, but I feel like all of that will come into place soon.
To stack
Oh,
it
okay.
on. I love a bracelet that has a lot. I'm a stacker, so
Yes. Yeah, yeah, definitely. What do they call it? A wrist mess? A neck mess? Something's
yes,
messy.
yes. A wrist mess is what I call it too.
Yeah, perfect.
I like this chain actually. This chain I think would look good with this a heart.
Let me pan over to see what you're working on.
Well, no, I'm thinking about these. If I could have these mermaid beads with this chain, but I think I need to wire wrap this heart closed with a piece of wire.
I can't believe you just whipped up that heart as like I was yammering on about who knows what. Like you just kind of
No,
whipped it up.
well, no, I actually was playing before the show.
Oh, you did. Okay, so you cheated.
I, I well, I opened this last week, but I just am getting your additions, and so I was playing with your wire, and like I said, I was so excited to see that this was hollow. So was messing around, like bending around, and of course, you've got Valentine's Day and hearts, on the brain, and so I was like,
Yes, for sure.
oh, let's bend this
That's
around and
excellent. Well,
see.
that's what I want. That was what I was hoping that would happen, actually, is I'm glad you're able to experience the materials ahead of time and see what all it can do. Maybe get some ideas for your design tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe you'll be in a kit box here.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about
Mm,
that. That would be great.
yeah, and then we'll meet again.
Mm-hmm. Do some more fun stuff. That would be excellent. I'm always up for
Well,
collaborating with my TGBE peeps.
that's totally right. Oh, are we in the group too?
Yeah, we're streaming to everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We're
That's
everywhere. I'm going
well,
to
that's
pan
the
over
that's the
to.
new age now. We don't have to travel nearly as far.
Yeah, and I think that's good for a lot of things for sure. It's made doing tutorials and demonstrations and collaborations so much easier. I think we have about 10 minutes, so I'm wondering how long I can.
Oh my goodness, how does that time go by so fast? I
No, because we beaded the night away, and I
it,
feel
it
like I got nothing done except for this lovely chain.
I know I
But I'm
made a
going.
base chain. That's about it, and then looked at my hearts. Well, I was watching you bead. That was kind of a nice change, just seeing, what is he gonna make?
Yeah, I think I should get the foundation. I don't know if that's gonna fit through that of my necklace, sort of figured out here, and ooh, that'll fit. Because I want to make a lariat that has a lot of different chains and stuff happening, and I think the key here is trying to figure out how it's all going to connect in places. So, and what makes sense, right? Because I love a lariat that has a lot of interest and a lot of texture and a lot of things happening, but I need to balance it with some practicality.
Yeah, I think that's the delicate line of figuring out how to get it to balance.
Right. Yeah. And be wearable too, because I don't know if this, because of how much texture it's got, will be wearable, but I think that I can make it work. So I have all these scraps of head pins left over. And this is great because I think I can, if the gauge is small enough, I can use it on these pearls that you sent. It is. Oh my God. It was like
It was
destiny.
meant to be.
It was meant to be. So I have all of these scraps for my head pins that I don't have to throw away now anymore.
That means they must
This-
be probably what, like 22 gauge?
my head pins, because I had to use some of mine too, and in with yours. I think mine is, yes, you're correct. I think it is 22 gauge.
That's usually what's best that fits through pearls for anybody.
Yeah, that's good to know, just from a pure educational standpoint, because it's stuff like that that I forget.
Well, and it's always best to use the biggest wire you can, but a lot of it isn't as standard as it used to be. So, you know, we can say that, and then, somebody's like, well, I can fit a 20 gauge in mine.
And it's up to the
Yeah.
manufacturer of the pearl too, isn't it? Like they kind of,
Well,
you know.
ideally, pearls are just tinier hole, usually, so
Mhm.
it's usually about um, 24 gauge. Sometimes you can fit 22 gauge.
Yeah, definitely. They want to preserve as much of the pearl as possible, so that's why those holes are so darn tiny.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of hard work. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, I love these little mermaid beads. I just wrapped this one in gold, and it really just makes it glow even more. I just want to make a
Let's
chain
see.
of the mermaid beads.
I know. That's kind of where my head was too, because I was trying to figure out how to do a quick chain without having to connect all of them, and so that's where your gold it's where your gold chain came in handy because it was already sort of pre-built.
It's kind of like the cheater way to bead. It
Hey,
helps
I'm
keep
all
the
for
length with
instant.
that.
Got to get that instant gratification in.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, and again, it's like the materials, where it just makes it so easy to bead, right?
Hmm.
It's finding that you just
I
stick
know.
it
I
in
already
there
had a
and,
hard enough
and
day
it's
at
so
work.
easy,
Like, let's just make life a little easier with the bead
right?
selections.
Well, where it just kind of falls into place. That's what I.
Hmm. Agreed. 100%.
Mm, well, I'm sorry that our hour is our happy hour.
I know. And I'm only like halfway done with my champagne here. So, and I
Well,
feel
and
like
it's
I'm
a
onto a,
Monday.
yeah, that's true too. I should probably behave a little. A little, not a whole lot.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think you should.
We're on a holiday, so feel like
That's
it's a thing. Make it a thing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna surprise my son tomorrow at school for Valentine's Day.
Oh, I remember when my parents did that occasionally and gave me chocolate, and it was magical. The best thing
Oh,
ever.
well, I think I want to surprise him with something. I did all all in February we put on his door a new heart for reasons why we love him. And so his
Oh,
his door is filled with hearts, and so it's like when you well, he's my only son, and so they get so spoiled.
I can imagine. That's really sweet though, and I'm sure like he will remember that. And you guys gotta save some of those hearts, and then later embarrass him with it in life. It's those little things that we forget over time.
Right, right. Well, I think that's what makes this age so magical is that we remember parts of it, but not, or in the baby stages, making it so magical to see every step of growth, you know,
Hmm.
is so is so cool to see. It Can we see how you joined it together again? Well, Vicky, I'll take a picture maybe of it and we'll post it. I
Cool.
want
So
to keep
I'll
on
kind of
beating. I'm
just
trying to make a chain.
no. I'm determined to finish this, but I know that that's not going to be a thing for most of it here, but I can kind of get the foundation of the layout figured out. I think the easiest thing for me to do is to add a toggle in the middle of this because I can't really knot it with the amount of chains that's happening. But I can cleverly put, oh, I just messed up my rosary chain there. So, but here, let me do this while we're here. While we're all here, I'm going
Mm.
to connect my chain that I just made together with pearls. I'm getting back into pearls slowly. I think for me, it died on me like years ago, and then you know how it is with trends. Like once you kind of stop doing something for a while, and then you rediscover it, it's magical again.
Right.
And for me,
Well,
pearls is that.
and you put it with something, maybe something that's different, that's new, and then it sparks a new interest again.
It yes, exactly, and that's where I think I've reignited my passion for pearls, which is slowly getting more and more fierce, over
Oh,
time, and so I
oh,
need to
you
up
can
my
never
pearl
go wrong with pearls. Pearls and crystals all day long, Nealay. You are
game.
going to learn that.
Yes, definitely. I loved crystals as well, and that's where my love for beading sort of began, with that and seed beads actually. But yeah, I have a very special place for crystals and things. It's just, yeah, I kind of go in and out of trend, only because I just use it so much and then I get tired of it. But you know how it goes.
Well, I think
So,
that's
oh, go ahead.
part of it's like whatever we're wearing, you know. I mean, if your clothes change, then kind of your style changes, right, a little bit. So
Yes.
your
Yeah, I would never
accessories
go
go
back
with that,
to. I'd never go back to wearing what I wore in 2002. That's for sure.
right? Well, I know, Mister. Yeah, Mister
But the
Accessories,
cowboy
you
hat
got it
might stay.
down.
So
Oh,
yeah, what I'm thinking is that I'm going to like attach one side of the clasp to this. Oh, yeah, and then I need to figure out a way to attach it to that. I don't know quite how just yet, but something will call to me.
well, at least you have never-ending endings over there.
There's always something around the corner, something happening and something attaching to something. But like look how long and luscious that is. It's just, and then
Well,
like when we turn the cameras back around, I will demonstrate on how to wear it. But I have all these lovely and gorgeous, beautiful materials left over. So I'm gonna pan it back around to us real quick.
all
See
right.
what it is.
Bring it around.
Yes. But listen, like I got some of this chain sorted out. So like all I have to do is just put it on now.
All right, I've got my, see, I can show how long my shoulder duster is.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna solo layout you, in fact. Let's see that. See the
Well,
magic. Oh, that's so beautiful.
well, and you can add more. I mean, keep adding more. And here's the heart,
Yes.
so you can see how big it is. So if you
Yeah,
decide
that's the one thing I was wondering was how big of a pendant that would be. I love that at an angle. That's so cute.
yeah, I always
Yeah,
like an angled heart.
brilliant. So here's mine. I'm gonna stand up.
I like seeing that on. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
it's way more effective, I feel like once it's on, but I think once I get the toggle situation figured out, you could just like make it a front clasp and not have to worry about a lot of stuff, right?
Right, right, or just tie it. Can you just tie it?
Tie it? Maybe.
Just flip
I
it.
feel
Just
like
flip it.
I could try. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough like room to do it because it requires a bit of a knot. Unless you know what though, I cut a scrap of silver silk. It's not the full 3 foot length that I normally would use, so that's probably why. So if I used all of my silver silk spool, I bet I could get a pretty good knot in this. Then I just tie it up here and not have to worry about a clasp at all. Because you all know how I feel about clasps.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe we hang out long enough. Maybe we'll turn your feelings on top.
It's mostly just because I'm not prepared during my videos, so I never have a clasp on hand. So then I just like kind of just say I'll add it in later,
I
which
mean,
I do, but
well, now you have at least what we call a bits kit in that
mhm.
Beadorea kit, and that has all the things that you need to the string, the crimps, and the clasp with the chain,
Oh my gosh,
etc.
I'm saying
There it
like
is. There's the bits
you
kit,
have
and then there's a toggle there that
everything.
went with that chain and the pearl. The Ocean Love kit. If you just want that pearl and chain and the toggle with the
Yeah, I would
bits.
recommend for folks to grab both of them because I think that's what I got here was a combination of the two different
No,
things.
no, that's all. That's all in one kit. I kind of put kind of two in one because I really like the pearl essence, as well as kind of
Oh,
showing how kits come from Beadorea. So we are really into the gift of giving handmade, and so a lot of times we are giving this as a gift, which is why you have the gift box with the little you know
yes.
ribbon and all of it.
Yeah, I love that, and I did get the ribbon because I was gonna ask about what that was, and
Yep. So
so,
you can
now
tell
it
by
makes sense. So what I could do is pack this up into this box and wrap the ribbon around it and gift it to someone.
Yep.
You're so smart. You were so smart. You were
I was
so
trying to
smart.
do that.
I love that. It's like a full package. So I'm very impressed with all of that. I'm impressed with you, Kay. I didn't really get to meet you until TGBE happened, and I think we just gotten closer over time. And I don't know, you're just a phenomenal rock star. So I'm delighted that we got to spend some time together finally.
Yes, definitely we should do it a little bit more often, shall we?
Yes, yeah. I think some collabs are definitely in the works for us down the road. We'll definitely reconnect and do some more beading because this was a lot of fun, and I feel pretty excited about what I made tonight. And for those of you that are still here, again, give our video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed just hanging out with us because that's really all we did today. And
That's right. Where's my first?
grab the kit from Kay. I can't believe all of this came in one. That's insane and delightful and amazing. And then you can grab some SilverSilk from silversilkonline.com and
All the
just
colors, all the
all the
colors.
colors, all the
And
different
what did
colors.
you call this style? What was that called?
The pipe chains in all the 11 different colors. I think there's that many.
There's 12. I saw that there's
There's
a
12.
dozen
Okay.
colors, and so if you want to make this heart, you're going to need the pipe chain. I'll take a photo of it so you guys can check it out a little closer.
Yes, send that to me so I could post it in our Silver Silk Silkies Facebook group too.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
sure a lot of our Silkies want to see that.
I want a modeled picture of you in that area.
Yeah, I need to wait till daytime, so I'll do that tomorrow, and I'll get a really good picture of it. But I'm obsessed over this design. I think the different mixes of chains and pearls and things just speak to my soul. So, any last thoughts, Kay, before we head out for the evening? And then a
No,
toast.
no, that's a toast. I didn't get a chance to go grab one.
I know. I did during commercial break. So here we are. Toast to
Cheers.
you, to Beadorea and to Silver Silk finally getting together, and to all of you beautiful loves out there. We love all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm gonna take a quick sip, and we will see you again at our next tutorial. Mwah! Sending you a big hug on Galentine's Day, and we'll see you guys next.